Have you recently lost your job and you're not quite sure what you need to do next? Hi, I'm Abby and welcome to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today I would like to talk you through 5 things that you need to do in order to start getting back onto your feet. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can have life work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. Also, be sure that you stick around to the end of the video because I've got 2 free resources that I'm excited to share with you. So if you recently just lost your job, the first thing you need to do is evaluate your financial situation. When you evaluate your financial situation, you will likely fall into one of 2 groups. You'll either be in the group that needs to find a temporary job right now so that you can pay your basic bills, or you may have an emergency fund or savings that you can live off for the next couple of weeks or months while you job search. If you fall into the group that needs a job right now to pay those basic bills, then you need to search for a temporary job that will allow you the income to support yourself as well as your family so that you can pay those groceries, utilities, and rent bills. Now, if you're concerned that holding a temporary job that might not be in line with your career path or the expertise that you have will hold you back in your job search, don't worry. When it comes to creating your resume that you'll be submitting for a job that's more long-term for you, you don't have to include all of your work experience. You only want to include the jobs that are relevant to the qualifications and experience required for the job that you're going to be applying to. So once you've determined your financial situation, it's time to move on to the second item, which is updating your resume and your LinkedIn profile. When you update your resume, be sure that you include all of the experience from this most recent job. Include any new skills you may have learned, any trainings you may have taken, and also include those basic job duties. When you update your resume, you'll likely be updating your master resume. Now, if you've never heard of a master resume, you're not quite sure what that is or how to update it, please check the link below in the description box for a video specifically on that topic. Once you've updated your resume, move on to your LinkedIn profile. Think of your LinkedIn profile as the online version of your master resume. The reason you want to update your LinkedIn profile and keep it updated throughout your professional experience is because hiring managers will likely Google you when they receive your application. Your LinkedIn profile is one of the first things that will come up as long as it's public, and hiring managers will look at that to determine what your online presence looks like from a professional standpoint. Make sure your LinkedIn profile contains your recent professional experience, as well as a good summary, headline, and headshot. Once you've updated your resume and your LinkedIn profile, it's time to move on to the third item that will help you get back on your feet, and that's preparing yourself to network. Ideally, you begin to expand your online and offline professional presence, and you do this by networking. In order to begin expanding your professional presence, you need to begin engaging with people. If you do this online, this looks like liking, commenting, and sharing people's content. And it goes beyond just saying, good job, or I liked this. It adds a piece of value to them. So add a comment about how their content helped you, or how you could contribute to the topic that they're speaking on. When it comes to engaging with people offline and in person, this looks very similar. It's more than just asking someone if they can help you get a job. It's specifically going out of your way to provide value to the other person. Now, if you're wondering how to do this, it might start off with more of an informational interview where you ask someone to coffee so that you can learn more about their role or their organization. And from there, you'll slowly start to build a relationship with them so they get to know who you are and the type of value that you might be able to bring to their organization or to their profession. What you don't want to do is just ask someone for a job. Coming out of the blue and out of left field is unexpected and unprofessional. If you're going to network, you need to be able to provide value to someone else in order for them to provide value back to you. You need to give before you can receive. So why is it important to network? Why should you spend any of your time providing value to other people when they may not provide value back to you? So you may be rolling your eyes and wondering, why in the world is this person telling me to network? I don't want to network. It seems like a waste of time. I never get anything out of it. The reason is this: the hidden job market. About 80% of jobs are actually never posted online. That means that we're only seeing about 20% through platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, or Monster. These jobs are filled through word of mouth, not through an online job posting. If we solely rely on online job postings, we're only seeing about 20% of the jobs that are really out there. So there's a huge opportunity for you to find a job that is going to be a perfect fit but you might only be able to do that through networking. So it's important for us to start to build our networks so that we can tap into that other 80% that we may not have access to otherwise. And this leads us into the fourth item that you should complete in order to get back on your feet. And that is to polish your elevator pitch. Polishing your elevator pitch is the perfect way to open up that conversation when you begin your networking. It should just be about 60 seconds, and it should quickly introduce who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Your elevator pitch also can help you answer that dreaded interview question, tell me a little bit about yourself. Your elevator pitch shouldn't include anything too personal, and it should be clear, concise, and to the point. It's just a good opener to begin that conversation. And the final item that you should work on in order to get back on your feet is to focus your job search. A lot of people out there will blast out applications, maybe even hundreds a day, and get nothing in return. And that's because they're putting too much effort into quantity rather than quality. When you can focus your job search and you can hone in on the types of organizations and work cultures that you're most interested in working with, that also match your values and your passions, that's where you really want to spend the time applying. This requires a lot of time and effort. You need to do a lot of research to figure out what these organizations are. Ideally, you will find a job that's a perfect fit for you. You just need to spend the time and put in the effort to do the research and to put in quality applications so that you can get that first interview. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that you need to do to begin to get back on your feet after you've lost your job. Evaluate your financial situation, update your resume and your LinkedIn profile, prepare to network, polish that elevator pitch, and focus your job search. Once you've done all 5 of those things, hopefully your stress levels have reduced and you feel like you have a plan to move forward. Be sure you tune in next week because I'm going to talk you through exactly how you can answer that dreaded interview question, tell me a little bit about yourself. And that will also help you with item number 4 that we touched on today, which is how to polish your elevator pitch. So just like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I ask that you stick around because I have 2 free resources that I'm excited to share with you. The first is my resume ebook. You can download it for free on my website. I've linked to it below in the description box. And then I've also got a free master resume template for you. So if you've never created a master resume, you're not quite sure what it is, check out the video on master resumes in the description below, as well as the link to the free master resume template. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions on the 5 things that we discussed today, please put them in the comments box below. If you have a helpful piece of advice for someone who may have recently lost their job, feel free to put it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can get life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday morning. Got a cricket chirping in the background. Did your resume. I'm trying to make my video, and I've got my cat and dog who've joined me for this. You can see my cat's tail flicking in the background.